Tonight on the South Today, a Dunedin family finds an unusual item hidden in the walls of their new home with mystery surrounding it. One of Queenstown's local fire brigades is celebrating 50 years of service in a fast-growing area. And a quirky fundraiser attracts the biggest, best and ugliest bright orange fresh produce in Banks Peninsula. Kia ora, good evening. I'm Hannah Wilkins. It's not every day you discover your new house has an old secret hiding behind its walls, but that's exactly what one Dunedin family found recently when they uncovered a mysterious photo in a peculiar place.
A photo from last century, showing a glimpse into the past. This black and white photo from decades ago included a simple message: to Renee, with love, Renee. Caitlin Thompson and her family moved into the Kenmure house 2 weeks ago and were surprised to find the item hidden under the wallpaper when they were exploring their new home.
We were just trying to find space in the hall cupboard for the vacuum cleaner, actually, and we noticed that the wallpaper was falling off, so that's why we ripped it off.
The portrait of the woman was found along with a newsletter and donations envelope for St Francis Xavier Parish, adding to the mystery.
I would presume the house was built in 1958, so I wonder whether she was either a friend of somebody who owned the house or whether she owned the house. And yeah, it was just a really interesting wee find.
The photo was signed by portrait photographer Franz Barter, who worked in Dunedin from 1944 and 1975. Thompson believes the photograph may have been hidden in the wall on purpose and could hold secrets of a secret love story.
When I look at it, I kind of think maybe it's her sending a picture of herself to somebody that she was involved with or somebody that she loved. So kind of in my mind there's like a sappy love story involved, but who knows.
Thompson and her family are hoping to find the descendants of Renee so they can return the photograph and try and uncover its long-forgotten story. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Pedestrians were caught off guard in Dunedin late yesterday as a parked car burst into flames. A few witnesses were walking in the suburb of Roslyn when they spotted smoke coming out from the bonnet of a BMW SUV. The car was parked on City Road between Highgate and Erin Street, with the vehicle suddenly bursting into flames after 5:30 p.m. One witness says it was lucky the tree above the car didn't catch on fire as well. Fence crews extinguished the blaze and say the incident didn't appear to be suspicious. Founding members of the Frankton Fire Brigade are being praised for having the foresight and vision to open a station in the area 50 years ago. Those initial volunteers wouldn't have expected just how much the Wakatipu Basin has grown over the decades, with the brigade now attending an average of 85 call-outs each year.
50 years on and still going strong. One of Queenstown's fire brigades are celebrating half a century of service over the weekend. The Frankton Fire Brigade initially operated out of a humble tin shed in the early 70s. The doors to the current fire station in Douglas Street open to former staff and the public. The team's keen to reflect on 50 years and to show where, what and how they do their job.
Oh, so today's the party, big party, 50 years of Frankton Volunteer Fire Brigade. It's about bringing past members and new members together to be able to celebrate what Frankton Fire Brigade is about.
Frankton's longest serving volunteer firefighter Mike Scudder has been on the force since 1981. He's watched the local crew and station grow as the Frankton area has continued to grow around them.
I had no expectations of stopping here for 42 years, but I guess for something in Queenstown to get to 50 and be well respected and recognised in the community is good.
This decorative cake marks 50 years of service and the foresight and commitment of more than 100 volunteers over the years. In Frankton, the South Today.
Parts of North East Valley in Dunedin were left without power earlier today after a van ploughed into a power pole. The crash at the corner of Arnold and Leicester Streets happened around 11:30 this morning, crushing the bottom of the pole and leaving it slanting over the house. Police evacuated nearby residents as firefighters and traffic management secured the area. The accident forced a power outage in surrounding suburbs for more than half an hour. Aurora Energy said residents in Arnold Street would be without electricity for around 8 hours while repairs are done. The small Banks Peninsula town of Little River saw its population swell from 700 to more than 2,000 over the weekend as visitors checked out the area's big pumpkin festival. The annual event's a fundraiser for the local school with hotly contested prizes for the smallest, ugliest and largest pumpkins.
Pumpkins of all shapes and sizes were proudly on display at the Little River Pumpkin Festival. It's an annual fundraising event for the local school, which has grown to become the second largest pumpkin festival in New Zealand, attracting thousands of visitors from around Canterbury. The festival was started by a group of locals back in 1996.
They had a little competition between themselves and invited more friends and then held it down in the public car park in Little River. It decided to get too big for the car park, so they moved to the Domain, and we've just grown and grown ever since.
And like the pumpkins themselves, the event has grown to attract more than 2,000 visitors to the small town of Little River. There were a number of prizes up for grabs, ranging from the most perfect pumpkin through to the ugliest. But all eyes are on the coveted Big Boy Giant Pumpkin Prize.
Monday Bros! Yes! Big boys!
The Monday Bros walking away with the ultimate prize, thanks to this giant 211 kilogram entry. It was a great result for the Christchurch family, who admit they've never entered a pumpkin competition before.
We thought there'd be a few bigger ones.
Well, when we rolled up, we thought there was way bigger ones than us. So.
Yeah.
We knew we would win.
Oh,
Not really, but I knew we would.
And their secret to growing enormous pumpkins?
Lots of watering, chicken manure, and they love sunshine. Lots of sunshine.
And lots of love.
The family are hoping to keep up that recipe so they can return again next year to defend their title.
Monday Bros!
In Little River, the South today.
E whai ākene, still to come on the South today. Some Central Otago children swapped the school books for running shoes at a community athletics meet, and looking back at Invercargill's celebration of retro motorsport.
All new episodes of Put Some Colour in Your Life are now screening on Channel 39. Take a look at Australian artists and the techniques they use in their studio. Put Some Colour in Your Life. Tuesdays, 7:30.
Garage Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garage quality service. Garage Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
Drive away your way with 3 incredible offers on the Honda CR-V Adventure Ready range. Choose from 2.9% finance with zero deposit, third finance, or lease a new CR-V from just $136 per week. These offers are only available for a limited time, so be in quick. From Honda.
Aero, used by Australia's top bowlers with their unique Z-scoop grip that redefines the game. Machined with robotics for unparalleled accuracy, Aero, same line, every time.
You're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer. You owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Tēnā koe, welcome back. Hundreds of Central Otago's most athletic primary school children have taken to the track to show off their sporty skills. The Central Otago Primary School Sports Association Championships marks the pinnacle of athletic events in the region. Schools from Dunstan, Upper Clutha, the Miniatoto, Roxburgh and Millers Flat sent their best competitors to Alexandra's Molyneux Park last Thursday. It's only the second year the event has been running, with last year's athletics championship cancelled due to COVID restrictions. Dunstan's own representative Mike Dalglish says the event saw a great turnout, with almost 500 school children competing over the day. Organisers of Invercargill's George Begg Festival are pleased with how the inaugural festival went over the weekend. The retro motorsport event attracted a mix of crowds, both locals and visitors to the south, in a celebration of the cars and culture of yesteryear.
Scenes from the past at Teretonga Racetrack. Time turned back half a century over the weekend as the inaugural George Begg Festival took place in Invercargill. Organisers were thrilled with the uptake to the retro motorsport event, selling well over 2,000 tickets. Public and participants seemed equally pleased.
Yeah, it's been awesome, just completely different to all of our other events that we do, and just the crowd and the people and the atmosphere, it's just amazing. Yeah, love it.
Oh, pretty good really. Bit of a different angle on things, more on a lot of demonstrations and mixed with the racing, so a bit of variety, yeah.
Crowds were treated to a series of races, including pre-1978 classic saloons, vintage racing cars and historic touring cars. The event even making time for a younger vintage of races. There was plenty of fun off-track as well, with food, drinks and live music drawing enthusiasm from all ages. And a retro catwalk competition on Saturday featuring the best of 60s and 70s fashion. The 4-day festival is intended to take place every 2 years.
You know, it's been a fantastic weekend and really we love coming here. You know, so I'm looking forward to coming back next year with a car that's actually running properly and giving it a really good show.
I was a bit hesitant to come down, but yeah, I love it. Definitely be back, yeah.
A vibrant weekend with many already set on returning for the next chapter. In Invercargill, the South today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South today. A Dunedin family has found a decades-old photo in the walls of their new home. Now they want to find the owner. Frankton Fire Brigade celebrates 50 years of service in the Wakatipu Basin, an area that's continuing to grow. And the Little River Pumpkin Festival showcased the biggest, best and ugliest pumpkins in a quirky Banks Peninsula fundraiser. And now we'll look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT, and we welcome the editor, Barry Stewart. Hello, Barry.
Hello, Hannah.
What can we expect in tomorrow's paper?
It's a massive pumpkin, wasn't it?
It was,
anyway,
wasn't it?
I was distracted. Dunedin City Council is likely to breach its approved $445 million debt ceiling, and it could take on up to $35 million more next financial year, or
right.
this financial year.
Well, a lot to unpack in the paper tomorrow with that.
Well, yeah, indeed. Te Whare Ora, we had a story this morning, of course, about oncology services, and that was pretty confronting.
Stark, yep.
But the Te Whare Ora remains committed to providing radiation oncology services to Dunedin in the long term, so that's encouraging a signal from them. And of course we have a treat for you this Easter. We have our fresh special 12-page edition on each Easter treats and recipes.
Lovely.
So look out for that.
We'll look
Keep
forward
you
to it.
busy over the next few days.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing this evening, Barry. And time now for a look at the weather.
The South Today weather, proudly brought to you by MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Looking at the situation, expect a cold front to bring strong winds and some rain to the region tomorrow. Heading to the top of the South Island. A great day is on the way, especially up in Nelson with westerlies and a high of 21. Greymouth will be a bit showery at times with northerlies on otherwise an 18-degree day. And lucky Christchurch, you're gearing up for 24 degrees with freshening winds and high cloud. travelling to South Canterbury and North Otago. Ashburton and Timaru look very similar tomorrow with highs of 23, high cloud and nor'westerlies. To Uamaru, very similar but up to a lovely 22 degrees. Heading westwards to the Central Lakes. Showers and strong westerlies as we come through here next. To Wanaka and Alexandra first, you'll get up to 18 degrees as the high. In Alexandra, warm, wet and windy with a top temperature of 20. Heading further south, rain easing with strong nor'westerlies as we come back over the side of the south. Gore and Balclutha head for 16 degree highs, with the Catlins warming right up to 18. And down to the deep south, cloudy and windy in Invercargill with an overnight low of 13 degrees. Tomorrow will be windy with near gale nor'westerlies on what will also be an overcast day with late morning rain, easing back to showers in the high 16 degrees. Thursday is still a bit showery, but sun is on the way around lunch before strong cold sou'westerlies show up again. The day's high will be 13. And finally, heading to Dunedin. Fine with northerlies overnight as it drops to 11 in the city. Tomorrow will be warm with high clouds, gusty nor'westerlies and showers along the western ranges and up to 21 as the high. Then Thursday looks mostly fine with sun and cloud. Cool though, reaching 14 with fresh breezy sou'westerlies. And that's the news this Tuesday. For the latest news and videos from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz. You can follow Channel 39 on YouTube to catch our news bulletins on demand and find the South Today NZ on Facebook to catch our favourite local stories. We'll see you again tomorrow. Ka kite o pōpō.
Public interest journalism funded through New Zealand On Air.
Living Well Disability Resource Centre, a not-for-profit charitable organisation and your one-stop shop for information and resources to help you retain independence. We offer a wide range of assistive products from jar openers to mobility scooters and provide assessments for Total Mobility, the half-price taxi scheme. Come and see the friendly team. You'll find us on the corner of George and Bath Streets, ground floor of Burns House.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life. Every day the team at Gillian supports grieving families at their time of need. From answering your questions to organising a farewell that reflects the wishes of your loved one. We can help. Call Gillian's today.
Passion, drama, competition, rivalry, marketing, numbers, atmosphere, power, fight, attack, intuition, love, hate, money, cash, millionaires, fans, and fans. Oh boy.